Cricket's oldest and most iconic rivalry, the Ashes, is back. India and Australia go head to head in the first test in about an hour from now. The three Lions have revolutionized Test cricket through their baseball, but haven't won the Ashes since 2015. Australia became world champions last week by defeating India, but on English soil, they haven't won the Ashes since 2001. So, who is going to reign supreme this time? Hello and welcome to WION Sports Extra. I am Nikhil Mathur and I'm joined by my sports writer Digvay Singh Deo.
Invites.
Invites. And by my colleague Vidur Kasuria.
Pink.
Pink ball. So this is arguably the most evenly contested Ashes going by the form that both teams are in. Don't you think so?
I'm not sure evenly contested. Maybe the 2005 series that had a similar kind of hype. Because since then, the Ashes have been one-way traffic. You know, the Aussies were hurting, losing that great series, one of the greatest series of all time. You know, along with the one which they played against India in India, the Kolkata Test, that series. Then you had the Vaughan McGrath farewell series. Australia dominated. I think across the years there's been just one or two series. I think England went and won there. That was a big win for them.
10-11.
Yes, that was I think Strauss and
3-1.
Cook and
Peterson,
Peterson,
Ian Bell.
And then I think last time when they went, England hit rock bottom. I mean, let's be fair. The score line says 4-0. We were covering that series with us. One ball away from 5-0. And England were gone. But England have some decent momentum behind them. And that's an understatement, actually. I think Australia have bounced back from, I think the Australian team's turnaround is complete since Cape Town. I think the fact that they won against India, this cycle which they've sort of dominated, this World Test cycle. And why is that? That's because their batting is very good and their bowling is equally good. And that's why I'm putting my money right here. Australia winning the Ashes.
Wow.
Okay, so I will ask you who are you putting your money on, but one thing is pretty sure that do you think all the 5 matches will have result, because seeing the way England plays, they want to go for result irrespective of victory or a loss.
Well, if the last year is anything to go by, then it will definitely have it. No draws in 13 tests, is that correct?
11-2.
So they have, they're rewriting the rule book of Test cricket, and they are giving the red ball.
Or rewritten?
Well, they are in the process, yes. Well, but this is their biggest test, so we'll see. And Ben Stokes, he yesterday in the press conference, he said that it doesn't matter who we're facing. We know we're facing Australia, but we're going to play the same way. So no matter who the opposition is, they are going with that baseball approach, and that has worked for them. But as I said, this is going to be their biggest test. This is the Ashes. This is Australia. This is not just Australia, the newly crowned World Test champions Australia with a very, very good team, as India found out,
A week back.
But India as...
5 days back.
Yeah. But of course, England, completely different beast. I think that going into the series, because, I think we have to go back, England in 2010-11, as we were discussing, last away team to win in Ashes. I won't say this is Australia's best chance to win in England, purely because even though they're World Test champions, this is an England team who are, in great form. They're high on confidence. And I think over the last decade or so, this is the most exciting and evenly poised contest we're going to see heading into these 5 Test matches. So very, very excited.
I didn't interrupt him, but I'll tell you why I think Australia will win it. Now, England, when they start playing Test cricket, go back to last year. The personnel mostly the same. No change?
Yeah.
Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a timid way of playing. The players are still the same. The bowlers are still the same. The talent is still the same. It's just the approach. And the approach is you dominate. Now, for them to dominate, look who they've lost to. They lost against South Africa in England, their first defeat. And then they lost in New Zealand.
That one
It was
run.
a crazy.
Kane Williamson,
Okay, now, my point is this. All those teams who they've beaten, they took a step back when best were attacked or somebody attacked. Australia won't take a step back. these Australian bowlers are not Mohammad Siraj's of the world, okay? Cummins, 50 test matches. He's been around for a while. He knows how to take it, and he knows he's got a good head on his shoulder. He's captain. Boland, the way he's playing, okay? Same bowlers who destroyed England. It's called test cricket for a while, right? So if you're going to deny them those runs and push them out of their comfort zone, we don't know how England will react. Go back to that New Zealand game. They tried to go for it, but when it came down to the crunch, when they had to bat, and sort of win, they got there in the end, but they still fell short. I think England have not been tested. Nobody's taken the fight back to England. India, I mean, they go back to the test match, we lost. The reason we lost is not because we bowled first. I mean, 72 for 3, it worked. But Travis Head came out and counter-attacked.
Yeah.
And Rahul Dravid later said that in that last session when we leaked 140 runs, that's why we lost the test match. So I think that's what's going to happen. Australia are going to really put England under pressure. And then, I don't know how England are going to react. Because England under pressure over the years have not played well.
But do you think they have a mix? What do you think? What's your opinion? Because they have Joe Root, they have Ben Duckett or a Ben Stokes. I mean, they're aggressive players. I mean, they don't generally play shots that are risky, but they try to capitalize on the field placements and the loose balls. So do you think they have enough firepower to deal with?
But hang on, Australia won't give you those loose balls. That's the point.
See, this is undoubtedly the best bowling attack they're going to face in the last year. Best team they're going to face. To be fair, most of the tests they have played have been at home. Apart from, I think it was the Pakistan series and New Zealand.
Yeah, but hang on, but Pakistan I don't take too seriously.
Yeah,
because flat
of
decks.
course. Flat decks are not the best test team right now. Pakistan, not the best test team. Yesterday, Chris Harris also said, he told us that the Australian bowlers are going to be just consistent. How do you tackle the English batters? Just by keeping your basic line and length, not giving them any loose balls. And they've got experience. Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood,
Boland is the former.
and Nathan Lyon.
Word
Again,
coming in from there, just following an Australian journalist, Stark sitting out. Stark sitting out. So,
Boland plays.
Cummins
is playing
Hazelwood,
and probably Cameron Green is.
And Nathan Lyon. Yeah.
So very, very strong lineup. Very, very strong.
You know why? I think Stark's ability to take wickets is unquestionable, but he also leaks runs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it's a very aggressive approach. Hazelwood is a bit like McGrath, you know?
Yeah, hard lens and not easy to score off.
Puts it on the deck.
Now go and get runs there. So now, for them not to get a loose ball, is you'll have to play like take the attack to the bowlers.
Yeah.
And then you're playing into their hands. That's what McGrath did so well, you know? He would keep it there and then you would then lose patience and go for it. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Have England delivered in a situation like this in the last 1 year? No.
But they've never been in this situation, to be fair to them. They will have to have a lot of patience as well. This is going to be, as the WTC final was built, the ultimate test. So this is the ultimate test for England.
And not the world.
But they have to show that there is some method in their madness. Yeah. These are 5 test matches against the world test champions. It is... they have to, this is what test cricket is about. They have to show patience, resilience, their temperament will be tested, their talent, their skill, everything will be tested over these 5 matches.
Just one point. I don't think it matters if they're test champions. This is England versus Australia, the old enemy.
Yeah.
That's all that is. And you know, we asked this question to Chris Harris yesterday. Australia have had the better team since 2001 without a doubt. Yes, that 2011 team which you mentioned. But they've not won in England. That's because the Ashes brings the best. You know, like the India-Pakistan. The new heroes emerge. You know, Matt Pryor, remember Matt Pryor getting that big 100?
Wicket keeper.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to win those sessions, like the World Test Championship final, India versus Australia. I think Travis Head made the difference because he was aggressive. He capitalized on the sessions where it was like, even Steven. He made the difference. So I think that's where England are, lethal, because a session which is like, let's say 100 for 1 or 100 for 2, but then these guys come and score at a brisk pace and probably take the match from you.
No, but then similarly, they have head.
Yeah.
They have head. And they have carry.
Yeah. I think both teams now, batters, they play with a certain amount of freedom.
Yeah.
Because they're not, compared that to India, no batters play with freedom in India.
So I think if you look at it, what's the weak link? The weak link are the openers at the top.
Yeah,
For Australia.
I have both teams.
No, Ben Duckett has been in good form.
You look at England's openers also, they've not been there all the while, right? They've been coming in.
Yeah, Zach Crawley and all. I mean, I agree with the one, but Ben Duckett, pocket size powerhouse, he has been tremendous form in Pakistan, New Zealand. But yeah, I agree. I mean, as you said, Zach Crawley, he has scored sometimes.
And for Australia, Warner and Khawaja are not very good record. They don't have good records in England.
But another
But I'm telling you
concern,
something, Warner's going to get a big hand.
bold statement.
But he got
Let's
a
see.
200. Like,
Yeah, but I'll also, another point of concern, one that Chris Harris raised, is that of the absence of Jack Leach.
yeah, no, Moeen
No,
Ali.
yes, and Moeen Ali not playing. How many years has he not played Test cricket?
Forget Test. How many years has he not played
Regular,
cricket?
yeah, exactly.
And in Test cricket, Leach was like, he's like Jadeja. You know, he'd come and bowl, and frustrate.
Yeah,
Correct? But if you're going to leak runs on the other side, Moeen is going to give you a bad ball every odd over, right?
yeah.
Because
And they're going to target him.
Yeah.
Especially.
I think that's one area where Australia have the edge because spinners, I know it's England, but spinners do play a part. And I think Nathan Lyon is undoubtedly the best. And England doesn't have what Joe Root, Moeen Ali aren't
I think
quality spinners.
man to man, if you compare the two starting 11s, I think Australia have a slight edge.
you think so?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not judging on the conditions. I'm just talking about personnel and the quality.
Man-to-man basis on Test records.
Yeah. Australia.
I mean, I mean, Bairstow is coming off from an injury, but otherwise he was in great form. So who do have England have? Jack Crawley, Ben Duckett, Ollie Pope at third, Joe Root 4.
So that's a battle I want to look out for. Root versus Smith.
Yeah.
It's now the battle for the premier batter of this generation, right? I mean, with Kohli and Williamson not there.
Yeah.
And I think Smith is going to get some big runs. We saw last
Yeah,
time.
Smith.
I think Smith over the last few years he has proven that he is the best test
Since the
batter.
last Ashes, since he
Yeah,
came
exactly. In 2019 Ashes, his record was
700 plus runs.
yeah, Bradman-esque.
And if he
Bradman-esque.
gets 700 plus runs this time, then he's going to go and become the second highest run scorer in the Ashes behind the great Sir Tom.
Yes.
Smith, yeah.
Okay, so who are the game changers? I think for Australia, Green could be a game changer because listen, it's like Rooney's broken metatarsal. I don't see Stokes bowling more than 5 overs a test.
He bowled in the test, but I saw his knee was heavily strapped, so I don't know. But talking of game changers, Stokes with the bat, big situation, never count out Ben Stokes.
Change the game at any point with bat and ball.
I think in this series, Root is going to be key for England because if it's about absorbing pressure, he can do that. He's that one player in England setup who's not changed much. You know, okay, he's got the occasional ramp shot and whatever. But it's still been him playing the way he is. They've not changed his playing style.
Exactly.
Around him, they play. So if you're looking at 3 quick wickets, who do you want on the crease? Ben Stokes or do you want this guy, Joe Root?
No, that's what, again, Ollie Pope and Joe Root are going to be crucial because they are the players who can absorb. Obviously, Ollie Pope hasn't reached that level, but he's one player
We
who
are
can.
talking about Harry Brook, the most exciting player in the series I want to see.
Yes.
What do they say in football? Can he do it on a cold, wet night in snow? Can he do it against the best?
He made
I think he's been by far the last 7 months the best player in the world in Test cricket.
Yeah. But then came IPL and he scored a century and then
He scored 1 century
and then
faded away.
yeah, but
Let's
different
take
conditions.
some reactions. Huh? Mohammed Banks saying Australia will win. Okay, thank you. You're in my team. Eric says England will win. Whose team? Okay, and Mohammed Asghar is having a crack at us. He's saying, your pockets are empty, no money, what will you all put? Okay.
That's
We put our money where our mouth is anyway. Okay, this is the poll.
Who will win the Ashes? England 45.3%, Australia 54.7%. So in favor of Australia, our audience says Australia. Yeah,
It's light, but interesting.
but interesting. And also we haven't spoken about James Anderson and
No, Anderson and Broad.
Stuart Broad.
Actually, what I was looking at yesterday when I was writing that preview package, farewell series for so many of them. Warner,
Yeah.
Khawaja, Steve Smith, okay, Stark, probably Hazelwood, probably
Lyon.
Lyon for sure. I mean, the next Ashes is 2025. That's 2.5 years. I mean, that's going to be a long way off.
Yeah.
England side, Anderson, Broad,
Broad.
Stokes, probably.
Yeah. So it's
Bowen.
yeah. So interesting. I mean,
I think it's the last throw of the dice for this Australian team. And as Cummins said, we want this to be a legacy stay.
yeah.
They know it's the last throw of the dice. And they're carrying momentum. I mean, England beating Ireland, but to win the World Test Championship against an Indian team which is no pushover.
So yeah, we'll have the toss in about 8 minutes. So you will see that the match report about 2 sessions on our show at one session on our show at 6:30 p.m. IST. Other than that, Spain defeating Italy to reach the UEFA Nations League final and set up a summit clash with Luka Modric's Croatia. We'll have that report. What
Both
else?
teams, Italy and Spain not scoring goals these days.
I mean, that last goal also was pretty lucky. I mean, Rodri hit the ball and it fell to Joselu, who tucked it in.
Good call to have Rodri in, especially on the Champions
Rodri was,
But the best comment I've read today was about Edison, the Brazilian keeper, saying that even people like Rodri, who never drink, had to drink after winning the Champions League, and he puked it all over someone's bag. I'm not getting there. Okay. But the other big story, the US Open. Third major of the year, always been a very difficult major to score, very tough scoring conditions, but
unusual day.
for once, record 8 under rounds from Xander Schauffele and Ricky Fowler. Now, Ricky Fowler fell down to 185th in the world last year. He was off. He's bounced back. He's in the fray. And everyone in the field is saying that this course is going to become a brute over the next 3 days. This 8-shot lead at the start could prove crucial because your winning score could be about 4 under, 5 under.
Yeah.
And big move from Rory McIlroy. I think Rory has always been playing catch up in majors.
Exactly.
He's not had that
First,
great
they never.
first round.
Yeah.
He has a great first round, 5 under. Could
5
have been
under.
6 under. Dustin Johnson, 6 under. Scotty Scheffler again, 3 under. It's a tough course. You never know. And guess what? Another US Open champion who loves playing in these kind of conditions, who won in these kind of conditions, Bryson DeChambeau, also 3 under.
And also we'll have some amazing visuals from the Denver Nuggets. And no, Nikola Jokic hasn't gone home. He's there.
He probably wanted to, but he couldn't.
So we'll have,
You don't miss parades.
yeah, and Tsitsipas and Medvedev losing the
big story.
first round of the grass court season.
The grass is not green on the other side.
So yeah, that and much more on our show at 6:30 p.m. IST. Thanks for tuning in.